Konnichiwa from Japan. Here are the settings I would recommend for force feedback. There you go. You're welcome. This was placed at the front to provide more accessibility to those among us who are handicapped with low attention spans. But now I will explain why and what for and so on. First, let's address the title, because it's sure to be misunderstood. These are force feedback settings for an arcade car game, made for sim racers, as in people, the persons who are usually sim racing. There are no settings to make this game something it isn't. Forza Horizon is a series that doesn't take itself or anything serious. And it honestly has a toxic community with tons of immature morons. But such is life. Real life is the same, and that doesn't stop us from carving our own fun corner in it. What Horizon provides is physics that are plausible. Cars behave predictable and controllable. If you drive with those skills acquired from driving an actual car, real or simulated, you will smoke the competition here easily. But Horizon is not about racing, really. It's about the fun of driving, just like what Assetto Corsa Evo promised with their open world section that will never arrive. So, most important thing first. Center spring and wheel damper to 0. Nada, zilch. This is an artificial force for those who learn to drive with Mario Kart. It pulls the steering wheel towards straight ahead and dampens all force transitions, which makes it impossible to catch a drift or oversteer naturally. If you have ever drifted a real vehicle or even watched some pros do it, you know that the wheels will naturally point in the direction the car is sliding towards. That's how the suspension is built in every car. You can literally let go of the wheel and just catch it at the right moment. To drive and drift naturally in this game, you need to remove these fake forces. Side note, some low wheel damper might feel better to some. Some wheels start to jiggle in the center, especially when they are belt-driven wheels. But that's a bit of personal preference. Try 0.1 or at most 0.2 and see what feels best. But center spring always has to be 0, no exceptions. The next 3 control how different effects scale. Mechanical trail is mainly understeer situation. Lower values give clearer feeling for understeer, and higher values make drifting easier as oversteer angles push through stronger. The minimum force is a responsiveness depending on your particular wheel. If it oscillates in the center, reduce the minimum force. If it feels vague in the center, increase the minimum force. Load sensitivity is scaling grip strength. If high grip cars don't train your biceps enough, increase the value here, and vice versa. Road feel and off-road feel just handle about how much surface detail is pushed through from what you're driving across. Adjust this by personal preference. I am a rally sim driver mainly, so I like to feel all the rocks. But some circuit racers might dislike that. And finally, force feedback scale. This is not a master gain. Do not use this to adjust overall strength. Just use your wheel firmware for that directly. This setting scales the alignment torque, so the torque from where are the wheels pointing versus where is the car sliding towards, versus the forces from damper and springs. So having it too high or low will make you lose feel from either one of those. Try increasing the force feedback scale if you're struggling to catch oversteer. Try decreasing if you're struggling to keep control on gravel, but only slightly from the center. Stay away from the extremes here. As you can figure, much of these settings depend on personal experience, preferred driving style, and the particular hardware you have. See the numbers here as a recommended value from a rally fan driving with a Logitech G Pro direct drive wheel. So adjust accordingly to your own situation. I deliberately skipped over all the dead zone settings because I trust that anyone watching this far does not need an explainer for what dead zones do. I also trust you know what to do if you found this video helpful. Wish you all a great virtual time in the land of the rising sun. And now I need to get back drifting down Mount Akita. Cheers!